Hmm. Hey, folks. Hope that the audio is sorted out now. Hey, folks. Hope that the audio is sorted out now. Hey, folks. Hope that the audio is sorted out now. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, Scotsword has gone with his traditional starch. Just as Pizzawizard went with his traditional starch for the first game. Well. Yeah. Peculiar. Perhaps because you are Uncle Wiggily and not Captain Gyro anymore. Perhaps. Okay, so, alright, so folks, we are watching the second game of the finals, if you didn't know that already. I'm not going to spoil the results from game one, which happened just a few hours ago, but, mm, but I'm going to talk about, like, how I feel in the grand scheme of the whole, oh, behind the veil, oh, yoink, there goes a fog. Whoops. In any event, and as I was saying, in the grand scheme of things, I want Scotsword to win because Scotsword was the one that I got knocked out by, so that way I can say I was beaten by the winner. And as for but that being said, I do want there to be a tiebreaker match. So of the two games today, I want Pizzawizard to win one of them. Oh, Jonathan Harker. Interesting. Alright, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure just how much Gyro and I will be talking about the previous game, whether or not he will want there to be any spoilers
The
or
good
anything.
folks should be able to hear me now. Just a little technical issue, I believe, with my headset, seeing as I got a new one. Just didn't have my new one added to OBS. So they should be able to hear me
Whoops.
now. Let us know if I'm coming through there, folks. But it's all good. People are here. Yeah, we're coming through now, loud and clear. Yeah, Pizzawizard. Where is he? What's he doing? What do you think? Did I miss a local rumors or anything like that? Probably not.
No, the only remarkable thing was behind the veil that yoinked a fog. Dracula also had, Pizzawizard also had a, let me see how many I can remember, a new vampire, I think there was a spy. I don't remember many since it was rather quick, but...
The fog got swiped.
Yeah, obviously.
No fog allowed.
Yeah. And as for where Pizzawizard is, why, he's an antidote, of course.
Naturally. That's his style.
Whether or not that is truly the case, I will see. But...
Well, let me officially, now that I'm actually undeafened here, or unmuted, let me officially welcome everybody aboard. Thanks for being here, thanks for watching. This is a very high stakes game.
Yes.
And hopefully it proves equally exciting.
Yeah, the last one came down... I'll spoil this much. It comes down at the end to one very tense fight.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
Oh yeah. Which is always a great way to end the game.
Oh yeah, don't I know that quite well.
Really a testament to this game's design. And it advertises it right on the back of the box too. That there's like high stakes, thrilling combat and exciting moments.
Yeah.
Where the tables can turn at any time.
I understand the wolf form, but since there's Jonathan Harker in play, doesn't that seem to say that the rumor token is at a place like, I don't know, Athens, Constantavarna, basically an extremity? Would you wolf form? For that matter, since Harker was drawn before and made an ally before the rumor token was placed, would he rumor it if it was at an easy to get to location? I don't think so.
Right. But you know, maybe you play the long game. Put the cards down, wolf away. They have to go deal with the trail now. Pretty soon it's time to go wolf again or something like that.
Yes, basically the point I'm trying to make is, would he have laid down a rumor token after Harker if it wasn't at an extremity? Like Bari, Athens, Amsterdam, whatever. Because Pizzawizard knows that Harker will show Scotsword where it is.
But only on the last day. So yeah, I get what you're saying. He's at that point, it must be at an extremity, otherwise he'll just easily get to it, right?
Precisely.
But what if it's at like the middle of the map? Like, he just checked Strasbourg and Clermont-Ferrand, though.
Yeah, but there are many other ways.
Right. Yeah. Of course. But
hence why I'm rather fond of. Using central trails. I'm pretty sure that anyone who has been following the channel all that closely knows that I like to do so. Oh, he has a newspaper. A hide at Athens.
Yeah, same myself. I love a nice little loop around the middle where you throw Paris in and turn back around into the east or something like that. It's fun.
I tend to try to avoid Paris, but...
Well, at the right time.
It depends on when and exactly when, but yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of awkward triangles you can make there with like Clermont-Ferrand or Geneva.
Yeah. In any event, folks.
It's Athens.
Yep,
turns
so it
out.
happens.
So everybody who thought it was going to be Athens, you get a cookie.
Yes, a cookie from good old Uncle Wiggly.
I too am enjoying my tea. Got my little Father Christmas mug right here, as our friends across the pond would call him. Not that I'm biased. I would love to see either side win, but I would actually really like to see it go to game 3, to be honest with you.
Same. So you and I are rooting for the same person to win this game. But as for the series as a whole,
it's like Pizzawizard knew that I would be watching. So he set up the Athens play just to make me happy, even threw in a high.
yeah. So will they go and deal with that?
Then he
or
went
not?
to 55 and he wolfed.
Yes, which
Because
admittedly that's not the most impressive wolf form location, but
if you're pretty confident that that vampire is gonna mature, then it's a pretty good wolf form, because you clear your hide, and maybe the other card, the one that's in Valona, is actually, like, say, a fog or a bat, right? Then you're pretty confident it's gonna mature, right?
I definitely would not place a fog there for that very reason. You want a fog to do its job.
Naturally.
Even if a bats or a sab.
He also got hit by behind the veil, and they took the fog, so unless you just drew another one, but even if you did that, it'd be even less likely then that you would play the other fog.
Okay. What I'm curious about is, will Scotsword even try to get that rumor token? Because, I mean, after all, there's a hide card, which presumably is like a Saboteur, Bats, or Fog. And it seems to have gotten horse economy fixed up rather early.
Yeah, that is nice and early. The end of the first week here, he's letting them loose.
Yeah.
Sign of confidence, or
discarding a stake. Interesting.
It's interesting because the time that you're least likely to have all the tickets in order is the first week. But circumstantially, this is just sort of a general statement. The time when it's not that much of a problem to lose your horse is in the first week. Oh, he's in Dracula, so Hungarian.
Alright. Yeah, I was going to say that if you do let it go, make sure to go to Zagreb to make sure that the wolf form wasn't there. At least do that much.
It's unfortunate to lose your horse, but let's say you've got just the single white one in the pool, and you do the horse, and it comes up, and you lose the horse. But it's only, Friday or Saturday the first week. Well, it goes to the discard pile. You might see it again later. You get it back. So it's not the end of it's not the end of the world necessarily. Like, you don't want that to happen, but it's just something to consider.
Well, now that's interesting.
That's important. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that usually local rooms at Vienna is like, okay, thanks for showing up there. Why not at Madrid? or in London. But in this case, since we know that Dracula at least was in Austria-Hungary, that tells us that helps us narrow down where in Austria-Hungary he was. And what's more, that psychic scan then, since the wiping of the trail will end at basically the first spot on the trail after the rumor token wipes the trail, will be that spot where he got scanned. Now they have more clues as to where that is. It's either Klausenberg, Belgrade, Szeged, or Sarajevo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that all that movement, but he's still not. Yeah.
He's still in Austria-Hungary.
Austria-Hungary.
Interesting. Interesting. But, well, 7 points for starters.
He's just let him have it. Makes sense. I mean, if you don't have the movement, don't necessarily
And or
have
the
the cards, so just sense of emergency there. I mean, worst thing that you can do is use all the cards, and then Dracula still gets the points.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you can't win a game of chess without losing a few pieces. You have to know where to make your sacrifices.
Alright, and it turns
Now,
out that was
apparently,
dead.
it's time to go charging off. Alright, checking out.
Okay, so, as long as he rolls a 2, okay, so, did he go to Munich just now? Because Wolfhorn from Munich is quite a beast. No, he's not there. Hide at Zagreb, perhaps? Because that could be the case. He actually could be there.
Yeah? Could be in Galatz? No, did they psychic bond just the previous night? Yeah, and then he
could be at Galatz. That he could, but I think that less likely. I think that chances are at this point, if he was at Klausenberg, he'll be going to Bucharest and heading towards Black Sea. So that he can head towards Black Sea / or just head a little bit closer to the coast.
Maybe he's in
Okay.
Sofia.
Possible. Yeah, so...
Can't psychic bond tonight, figure it out.
I guess I'm going to say that he's going to Wolfhorn now. That either, like, gets him down to Valona, where he can start carrying the Adriatic, or if he's at Zagreb, he can jump over Seward. Or at least threaten that being the case.
Tricky spot. As Dracula, what you want is to go to the Adriatic with wolf form. I think here.
Yep, Klausenberg, Bucharest. And now he'll be at Constanta more likely than not.
It could have been Belgrade though, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. So yeah, Belgrade or Klausenberg.
Bucharest, and then after that it's Galatz, Sofia, or Constanta.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, is if it was Belgrade, I'd expect it to be Sofia rather than in Bucharest, as that gives more host options.
Still be in Sofia now, though, and that still gives the same number of options. If I was Dracula, where I would want to be right now is in Sofia, and then tomorrow I move to Bologna, and then after that I could go to sea, and I can wolf form to Milan, or to Genoa, if I have to. Maybe Munich, but probably not. Munich is like riskier option, you want to get in a fight and escape as a bat and clear your wolf form at the same time. That would be kind of crazy, right? But that would be like high risk, high reward option.
Okay,
the Saboteur in Bucharest!
And after he discarded a rifle to the sky.
Tell me this guy's not married. Oh, he's after my heart. We're playing Superior Dracula now, people. That's how you do it. Saboteur in Bucharest.
Okay.
It's a good move. It's a good move because they're very likely to run into it. It's a place that they're going to have to visit at some point, right? While they're on their little adventure in the east. And it leaves them delayed while you slink away to your port of choice.
Yeah. That definitely is very nice for choosing there. It's definitely very nice for buying time. Yeah. But what makes it even better is like having that spy be there in the same general area, and I would just lined up that went first. Okay, so it was Klausenberg, as I suspected. Dogs. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Good point, Jordy. That there's potential to stop that early mature if you have the dogs, but you also have to have enough movement to get to Athens in time. And then, what happens if you get there and it's a fighter vamp?
Or for that matter, if it's
the dogs, but you don't have the stake. You have to have like the perfect. You have to have the stake. You have to have the dogs.
Okay, Klausenberg is a soil.
You have to have the card to get you there, and you have to hope that it actually is a Saboteur.
Does Seward have it? Yeah, no, bats or fog, or for that matter, like a double vamp. Oh, well.
So it was Klausenberg.
Yeah. And apparently Seward does not have the Henley host necessary to clear the soil.
Now the question is, if he's in Valona right now, does he go to Athens or does he go to sea?
Considering that there's a soil, I would probably go to Athens, just keep them chasing around a little bit longer. Because I'm Goldaming, Goldaming is also given the impression that he doesn't have a horse yet. I'm guessing Van Helsing has that. Since he's made all his moves by train so far. Unless I missed it. That is. So I think I would be confident enough to, because even with it would take another char carriage it would take another char carriage. It would take a char carriage and the horse to get, or basically it would take a char carriage or a sense of emergency to get Seward down to Athens.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, now we've got Saboteur and Bucharest. Did he reveal dogs yet?
I think. Well, I think he only revealed the stake for. Oh.
Belgrade.
Okay, so we went to Belgrade.
So the next one has to be Sofia, right? Yeah, Szeged is still on the trail. Although he misdirected it. But maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you'd rather layer it instead. It's not going to be a great layer, but not a great location for a layer. But it's better.
Yeah, then he went to Sofia, and then just to a port. We don't know which.
Yeah, 46 or 55. Seems most like 55 seems most likely to me. He's been fortunate that he was able to not only get that 7 points, but then also he was able to clear the trail, or like set another long trail after the clear.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to clear this soil. So, I mean, they still could, but he's getting value out of it. He's getting value
which if
out of
Goldaming has if Goldaming has a Henley host, I would say just go ahead. I think it's worth, like, in essence, slashing Drac with a knife. Especially if Drac goes out to sea this turn to try to take advantage of the soil. Since he's only taking 1 damage so far. I suspect that the Drac will either go to sea or wolf form this turn. For that very reason. Try to get full value.
I mean, you could wolf form just a grab, but it'd be kind of crazy, right? I mean, wouldn't that be like the oldest trick in the book, though? At the same time, I'm gonna just wolf form right past you. But surely he'd see to that. You know, renewed vigor, you're dead at that point.
Potentially.
45 cards remain in the event deck. This is the final draw for the item deck, so there's going to be a reshuffle here. Dogs and holy bullets.
Yeah, that's the last of the holy bullets and the last of the dogs.
But they are also going to be in the reshuffle.
Yep. Did Seward come simply to fetch a Heavenly Host to clear that? Answer is apparently no.
It's kind of interesting because if you clear the item deck out of all the the knives and the holy hosts and the horses and maybe a few of the stakes
and so on,
whatever, yeah, and then everything else goes to the discard pile, and then you start drawing again, well, you're actually all the more likely now to draw, say, a gun and some holy bullets, for example, right? You're also more likely to draw garlics and garlic wreaths and such, like, anything that gets discarded. So in the late game, if the hunters are like, say, a renewed vigor goes off and they start supplying, it's actually kind of likely that they're going to draw into some of those, like, lower tier cards or whatever else got discarded. Can you turn that around on Dracula, you know, and hit him with the unexpected?
Okay, another spy.
And you discard your horse.
Okay, oh, whoa! Speaking of renewed vigor, lucky find, a surprising return RV, a horse, a stake, and 2 heavenly hosts. So he had it, he simply chose not to show it. Either that or he just traded those off of Goldaming. I'm not sure which. I'm guessing Mina is gonna trade with Seward. I think that's likely why she went there.
He didn't have any weapon discard.
Yeah. And as a result, he's lost his tickets, which, I mean, we don't know what they were, but I would not be surprised if he now has to try to dig up another white one. As a result.
Why does he have 2 hosts? Is he trading a host with Mina? Is that what he's supposed to do?
I think that's what's going on, yeah.
But that's
But now, Scotsword knows.
Looks like the best spy ever.
Or rather, Pizzawizard knows.
It's like a James Bond. Strange that he didn't have a weapon.
Yeah, Seward of all people is it's definitely surprising.
He's got double heavenly hosts, so that just doesn't put the stake in the horse. His pockets are all full, but is it maybe Dalming also is holding on to awkward items? Like, he didn't deal with the Saboteur or the soil. So, like, what's going on with the items?
In the case of the Saboteur,
He may just have a
the spy made him discard his firearm. That would have allowed him to get rid of it.
Oh, he hit a previous spy? Yeah.
Yeah, the first spy that was at Sajed, Gul'daming had to discard a rifle to that. So he did have a firearm before he went to Bucharest to resupply. So...
It's getting interesting. Okay, so... Salonika, Bologna, Adriatic Sea. That's my pet theory. I'm sticking to it. And
either that or Bologna Hide.
yeah, could be that. I like that. That's a cool idea. Now, there's another thing that could happen, but we're not going to talk about that because there's just no way. There's no way he could have gone all the way to Athens and then gone to the Ionian Sea.
It's possible, but risky.
Tinfoil hat theory. I mean, why would Dracula start the game in Athens? Okay, hear me out. Start in Athens, move all around Austro-Hungaria and Baltica and that whole area, only to just go all the way back to Athens where he started. Well, if he wanted to do that, why didn't he just stay there?
Because he can't stay in Athens? That's not for too long.
I think he probably is an Ionian, or maybe it is Bologna with high.
My suspicion, I think it's likely going to be Salonika, Bologna.
I think so too. When you hide, right? You're trying to bully the hunters into, they have to deal with 2 encounters, and they might get beat up or get killed or something, right? But everybody's so fresh. There'd be like no point. Somebody would walk onto it with 2 stakes probably and just kill things.
Yes, but in that case,
value. Oh, it's hide.
Hide at Salonika. Okay, so Ionian Sea. New vampire.
I mean, there is some benefit to just, when you're in a place that's relatively safe, just stay there for 1 more turn.
Yeah. And well, when it comes to Salonika, generally people think of both Varna and typically think of Varna and Bologna before they think about Salonika.
That's true.
So
it's kind of like the third stepchild in that sense. But I don't know. The Black Sea coast is just bad, right? You don't want to go there and have to leave from there.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, like, let's just say that thinking from the early game, I know at least for some tends to just continue to influence play further on.
True.
Hence why Bologna and Varna are thought of as slightly more dangerous. Just generally. I mean, while it's not true, I mean, they're more dangerous early for certain reasons, but...
Get clawed in the back, Doc.
Okay, so 2 damage dealt, typical vampire ambush. Alright, what's under the hide card? Something that he's not gonna ambush with. Interesting.
Maybe it'll delay saboteur or something.
If he's
On the
not
other
gonna...
hand, trap him in a dangerous night fight.
Possibly. Yeah. Because each listener knows that Seward, before the trade with Mina, had only one stake. So actually, going off of that knowledge, it actually seems reasonable, if you ask me.
Dealing with Belgrade here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now watch out it's not a hoax or something. Did Dracula get much healing from that soil in class?
Nah, only one.
Yeah, one's better than none.
Yeah, I should know.
Oh, poor Dr. Seward. He's all beat up. You gotta let him rest, right? No, he's ticketing. Gotta get these horses back in order after that spy. We gotta fix the damage that spy did. But what if you search and it's another spy? No, it wouldn't be. I'd go with the spies.
Yeah,
but that would be
we
crazy.
have spies are out of the way for now. Whoa. In Belgrade.
See,
What
Dracula
have we...
only has so much money he can spend on spies. You know, so much spy budget. Before his accountant tells him, "Look, I can't afford. You can't. You're getting killed on these spies, man. I can't afford any more spies for you."
Yeah, has a knife. To be expected.
What's that, bodyguards?
Wolves.
Yeah, nice cheap wolves. Don't cost Dracula a penny. Yeah, use all the wolves you want, man.
He's layering Bucharest, no real surprise. A roadblock really doesn't do anything for him, any real good for him in this case.
Not particularly. Unless you just want to stop Lord Godalming from using the train, but he's just supply.
Or one day. Yeah.
I mean, it's got 2 cards on it now. It could be an annoying lair.
It could at that.
Now, the classic conundrum is that it's a good spot for a lair if you ever manage to come back here. Even if you don't return to the lair, it'd be really inconvenient for them to have to deal with it.
Okay,
But
what have we got?
You gotta get out of here.
And what's the side card? Fog.
He knew it wouldn't save the vampire, so you might as well just take your time, slow him down.
Yeah, slow him down for a longer period of time.
Okay, so some pretty safe Dracula play so far. Well, I mean, it's not that he's not taking his risk. He did his risky little loop around the east with the hunters waiting for him, but by the time Dr. Seward got there to support everybody, it was time to get out of there and go to sea. So now we've got some pretty standard safe type of play.
Yeah. Now here's a classic situation. Did Dracula go to the Black Sea?
Did he? Well, I think the move could have been to keep Godalming in 10, and then you try to get Mina there, and then you do a psychic bond after Dracula lands, and that would tell you if Dracula went to the Black Sea or not. But is it worth keeping 2 hunters all the way in 10, which is also Dracula's got a lair there. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So maybe he did go to the Black Sea because of that lair. High value.
Yeah. Makes me wonder if Scotsword has CG already, which, considering that he's been holding on to the Heavenly Hosts, I mean, for most players, it's just never get rid of Heavenly Hosts if you can help it. For me, I hold them in slightly less esteem.
Agreed. I think if you have consecrated ground, then their value does go up. But if you don't have it, you should usually play like you're not going to get it. And then if that's the case, yeah, then their value goes down a little bit. I'm not averse to chucking one away once in a while myself.
Yeah, it's definitely...
Yeah, there's nothing like catching Dracula in a fight where everybody can just pull out their knives and pull out their rifles and he's basically dead.
Yeah.
Whereas Heavenly Hosts are slightly more risky. But at the same time, if you're planning on catching him in a big group fight anyway, and that's the only way to win it, I mean, there's not much you can do about Heavenly Hosts then. Especially in the late game when he can't escape. Okay, so this has got to be wolf form, yeah. So what are we thinking? Milan, Genoa? Genoa, I think, would be a mistake. But if you're worried about consecrated ground, it would also be like a bit safer if you're in the Adriatic. He's got lots of locations he could be at, but he's got no trail. This is tough spot for Drake. The next few days will decide a lot, because the hunters will probably just supply several times here, clear through what's left of the deck. They've still got almost a week to catch him, not quite. Yeah, you gotta figure on Scotsword having the heroic lead, the renewed vigor, the CG. He's gotta have.
I mean, we know that he does have one renewed vigor, as Seward showed when in the spy flipped up his cards. So we know that there is one. We also know that there's a surprising return for when he draws another ally.
Jonathan Harker made some difference? Did he? Did he do anything?
No, not really. No, no, he didn't. As he got a newspaper, for Donor Dusk, so he put him as an ally as just in case, seemingly, but
never came down to it.
Yeah, I mean, he may end up being something of a poor man's money trail, if it comes down to that, but I seriously doubt that.
By then, Dracula will have almost won. Not necessarily have won, but he'll be in a position where he can then like go to sea and win that point.
Yep.
You gotta catch him in. I mean, you gotta catch him in like the next 3 or 4 days here. Otherwise, he's got enough health where he's just gonna go to sea, land, be at 10 points, and then you CG him, but
Yeah.
you're like doing it blindly. He didn't get his hired scouts, not yet, but he could still get hired scouts tomorrow, maybe, and then be like, haha, it's me, Scotsword. I found you, Dracula.
He has been getting a lot of Dracula events. There's already 13 in the discard and another one on top. So
somebody didn't shuffle the cards right.
So in theory, he may want to start Night Spotting soon.
It's possible, but if your luck's no good, it could make the situation much worse.
Indeed.
It could really exacerbate things, my friend.
Yeah. I suppose the correct way to put that is it's definitely will soon be time to consider Night Spotting.
I would save it for when the wolf form has moved
Oh?
one more space, because that way, if you draw newspaper reports, you can pick up on the wolf form. See where I'm going?
Yeah. You notice how he didn't layer Sophia, even though he could have?
Yeah, what's going on?
Did he go Black Sea? Or did he,
What?
or did he, for that matter, go, possibly Adriatic, fake wolf form to Valona, and now he went to Sophia?
I mean, people have done it. You kill a little time, and then you go to.
Well, apparently not.
You go for like 10. You wolf to like Constanta, let's say, right? You hide or something like that, or you go 56, then Constanta, and then you hide. I mean, he doesn't have hide, but
Yeah.
you see what I'm
And
getting
what's
at.
and what's
then you
more?
could
And what's more?
slip
Drac
to
cleared his.
55, go to Adriatic.
And another thing is that Dracula cleared his Bucharest lair.
Oh, he did.
So
Yeah, so he's opening up the
so
possibility.
is he in the is he in the? Yeah, he could be wolf form to there, and then now also Klausenberg after that.
So whatever was on that layer is going in the discard pile. He only has 2 cards left, so those are going to be in the reshuffle. That's Saboteur and whatever else was there.
Yeah, most likely something like along the lines of Brass or Aristocratic.
I still think it's anyone's game. Scotsword has to get the deck to cooperate here in order to actually find Dracula. I wouldn't take it for granted that he has to still find the guy. He's not in Italy.
Oh, well now, that confirms that there's something fishy going on
He didn't go
here.
to Marseille. He's not anywhere in Italy. He didn't go to Munich. Maybe
So that
he went to
confirms that there is. So that confirms that something fishy is going on.
There's some funny business. Yeah, what's going on here? Did he go Adriatic and then wolf form to like Sarajevo or something? Or did he indeed go Black Sea and now
Or is he
this
down
news?
Athens again?
Or did he just really just go to Athens? That would be kind of ridiculous, right?
I mean, not especially if that was the Wolfram location.
It would
I
be
don't find that especially ridiculous.
like kind of acid rain. Well, then what? I mean, he's in Valona right now.
And about to go back and feeding to make sure that, and now he can hide. He can go back to Salonika.
Go to Salonika. That's what I was thinking. You go to Salonika, then on the next turn, the Ionian Sea falls off the trail.
Going on
Oh,
massive
you clever dog. And Scotsword's thinking right now. He's like, "What is going on? I've been hoodwinked. I've been duped. I've been Smeckledorfed."
Well, he's not at Salonika because that did become a lair. So that is one piece of info that Scotsword has.
He's been sold a false bill of goods.
Well, now let's see what happens with this RV. Now, this was an RV that Dracula knew was there,
So maybe he has the other one. That's right, stuff. He was bamboozled.
Yeah, or his dinner that he spoke of at the beginning of the game, aimed to cast a spell on him. Well, after asking at the end of the game if he ate pizza for dinner.
Can confirm. Pizza's being eaten. Has to be. That's the way. That's the way of the wizard.
Oh, slow horse. Excellent weather, perhaps? Oh, but that's a special card as well. So, that's not happened.
Train. Okay.
So, I suppose then Hudson Supply. Unless you intend to do something like a car carriage since emergency. With him.
I want to know what's going on here. Scotsword realized that the super fishy was afoot, but did he pull the trigger on the renewed vigor a bit early?
Possibly.
Does he have a plan here? Does he want to reorient his hunters, reposition his hunters, and get things moved around in such a way as he's actually going to get a lot of value out of it? As I like to call it, the Pirate Joe renewed vigor. I've multiple times I've seen the guy wait till Dracula goes to sea, and then while Dracula's at sea, he'll actually renew vigor. And it seems crazy at first because it's like, well, how are you going to attack Dracula with it now? And it's like, but that's not his plan. His plan is to get all his ducks in a row with it and get a bunch of value out of it. By like clearing encounters, trading items, moving hunters efficiently to catch up to Dracula.
Yeah, I have at times done that myself. So, what exactly is Scotsword doing here? I'm not sure. Yeah, it is interesting that we haven't had any that we've only had one hired scouts.
Dracula is surely he's just in 17, right? No.
Nope, it was fake wolf formed to Valona.
Wolf formed there from the Adriatic.
And he's now in Athens. We now know that for sure
because Seward was trapped in fog at the time.
I mean, well...
Isn't that right?
Well, there are several reasons we know. One, I mean, Salonica is a lair. Two, Seward was on Sophia and has just checked various other locations, and Goldaman checks Sarajevo on his way down. So...
Talk about a fake wolf form. He went to 55 of all places, and then just went right back to Athens. The extra sea move gives you like just enough time, plus the power card. And now what? Is he gonna... He can hide now, because hide's gonna be free.
Yeah, he'll hide, and then he'll go right back out to sea.
But he'd already played hide, and wow, he must have counted that. He must have thought several turns ahead. He was thinking almost a week ahead.
Is there any combat happening here? Come on.
The only thing is, if he gets CG'd here, he's cooked, right?
I mean, that's one way of putting it. I mean, he will have to go back out to sea after taking 5 damage, so he'll get whacked for 7.
I mean, for all his cleverness... Oh, sorry, go on.
So, yeah, he'll lose 7 health and get... And it still has... I mean, he'll get wolf form back, but...
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I guess it is a calculated risk, but for all his... Oh,
whoa!
Host on the mesmerized. Dead. But for all his cleverness, yeah, he's still putting it all on the line here with CG. Maybe he wasn't expecting a heavily host because of CG, but maybe you don't need that many hosts.
Yeah, you only need one in this particular situation.
If he plays CG,
here's the funny thing. If you play CG tonight, do you put like the permanent token on CAG?
If you have the host, just to force the error, regardless of where the permanent token is. That would be kind of shrewd.
Yeah, we know what, since they've gone through the entire deck without discarding Heavenly Hosts until now, that they have 2 Heavenly Hosts.
Now we're gonna find out. Seward and Godalming didn't play it. About Van Helsing.
He's definitely pausing on him.
He's having himself a think. This is where you type in the chat box BRB to your opponent, so he can sit there as Dracula and just sweat. Oh, it's not Van Helsing, and it's not Mina. Oh no. They're powerless. They're powerless. Do it, Dracula.
Well, he has no choice but to hide. He doesn't have wolf.
He has no other legal move at all. So, talk about...
Unless he wants to Dark Hall.
I mean, that's just calculated. That's just completely calculated. Keikaku Dori, this guy. He's the mastermind. Like, he's got it all planned. Wow. And that's the only explanation.
Yeah. It is noteworthy that, obviously this rune token needs addressing. And it's only a few more days till week 4 begins.
Yeah. Well, the one vampire's dead. The other one, okay, that's got to be Athens. And
yeah, and
deal with that.
And Goldon can easily just walk into Athens and then just supply, even if it's a fog. No big deal.
Yeah, you just deal with that, but you have to otherwise.
Yeah, and he'll even have a couple days to supply for a stake if need be.
Or you just play Vampire Lair so it goes down to 5, and then you let him have it, right?
So, well, I don't know about that one.
Probably not the best plan, but it is a plan, right?
Especially because Dracula is, even now as we speak, going to sea, and therefore can just cruise around for a couple days and go up to 10 when he lands.
Wow.
So forget about that notion.
This is a heck of a game.
It's the top 2. What do you expect?
Yeah, some wild trickery going on at high level. You expect such shenanigans in the final. Expect safer play.
Rogue Leap?
What made it work?
Oh, lucky find.
Oh, well, that's a bit lucky that he found that.
Not all that funny, Gyro. Or should I say Uncle Wiggly?
Alright, everyone's a critic. Now we gotta give him a minute to think. Yeah, Snuff pointing out Drac will, if he moves by sea again, then he's gonna have wolf form ready to go on the turn right
Yeah.
after that. So that
Well, of course he's gonna. Unless he wants to land at his lair in Salonica, he's gonna have to go another space.
the holy circle! I'm out of here, he says. Won't play around with that risky fang ambush. Protects himself from getting hit back, taking the point, and warns the bat. This guy's holding all the cards here. Now tell me he's got a stake and he'll finish it off.
Well, he has 2 days. He has 2 days and 2 nights if he gets desperate.
Research, and it's 6 other events. That's big. That's
Whoa,
big. Well, that's where they've
wowzers.
all been, turns out. Now this is tricky here because now Dracula is essentially going to be in the exact same position that he was in a week ago. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, but does he go Black Sea now?
Do you do the same thing again? Maybe. you go to Adriatic, and then this time maybe go to Sofia or to Salonika.
Yeah, because going west does not seem all that attractive. I think Scotsword is moving out of the east too soon.
Scotsword has repositioned his hunters to such a degree that, yeah, it doesn't, as you said, it doesn't look attractive. Why would Dracula want to go to the west at this point? But maybe, I don't know, maybe Scotsword's counting on that. Maybe it's a method of deterrence.
Yeah, I suppose he may want to do his CG later. If he may have it up, and plus he may well have found something, or he may well have found it with these night supplies, as he's been getting more events through them.
He could. I mean, maybe you do just do the same thing as Dracula, because it's Friday night. You're in the Ionian. Tomorrow you go to the Tyrrhenian, and then the Mediterranean, and pretty soon
Starting a knife.
Points.
Discarding a knife. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that by that. I'm guessing that Mina found Vampire Lair, and chose to keep a stake.
Money Trail would be huge here.
It would, yes.
Money Trail would be really, really important.
What?
What?
Huh? What are you doing? That vampire is still there, you know.
What?
So he's confident that he can... I'm guessing that... Okay, that confirms to me that he's found Vampire Lair. He would not do this without that.
Maybe that's it. Maybe
But...
he's got the Vampire Lair and then the crazy strategy that I mentioned before.
But it's a rumored vamp. If it was not rumored, I might agree that that's an okay thing to do. But
Dracula would be like...
he'll be at 12. He'll be literally 1 point away. Oh, Mina's heading down. Yeah, she found a stake.
Okay.
That's why she discarded the
Tomorrow
knife.
She can move there, 'cause Vallona's
She can move
not
there.
up yet.
And what's more, she's holding a planned ambush, so she should be able to avoid getting a fang point.
Yeah. Maybe she has a heavenly or a holy circle too.
Unfortunately, that's impossible since they're both in the discard.
Bummer. Well.
Oh, aye.
Circle.
Okay, sure. You definitely no longer have Nina Parker.
Yeah.
And you have it, and
surprising return on Harker to search if you need to later. Yeah, keep Agatha in play.
well, he did discard one surprising return. Question is whether he has the second one or not.
Right. Oh.
Oh, scouts? Unfortunate. Okay, I hope you're keeping a close count, Scotsword.
There's
Oh,
the
Night
money
Trail.
trail.
Adriatic.
Oh ho ho ho!
And that makes the fact that she's at Valona all that more important.
Be doubly sly, are we, Dracula? He started at Athens. He did a big loop. He went back to Athens. He left.
It's always
and
Athens.
He wolfed to Valona and went back to Athens. Good heavens. What he should do now is misdirect the vampire on Athens and wolf form.
I don't know
Yeah.
about misdirecting, but
no,
I...
come on, that'd be a good move,
But
right?
I would, but obviously, you do need to wolf one here. Because otherwise, there's CG business. I might... Do you...
Wolf there,
do
you put
you-
down fog.
Do you... Oh, he cleared the Salonical there. So he, just now, so he can go get it. Go there.
Could be there, but I don't know if that'd be as good a move. See,
He's just leaving more possibilities.
She's gonna deal with this vampire, right? And I guess if
I
you
mean,
misdirect
that's why
it-
Nina did sense of emergency down there. The fact that she did, yes. Oh,
Here's the surprising return.
yeah. Yeah, this,
Naples, Florence, Genoa.
I would check. I personally would check Naples. Yeah,
It is Naples.
There you are.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good play for Drac because he's still got another sea zone he can move to, so he can't be killed by CG. And he's also further away from Dr. Seward and Van Helsing.
mind you, Van Helsing can still charge carriage onto him. Like if he's holding the heroic leap, then
Yes,
you can
that's
whack
still-
him down to 5 health.
That's a really good play for Drac. Now if he needs to, he can go to sea tonight, and then whenever he does decide to land, he'll start scoring points.
Yeah, which obviously is not good.
Yeah, I don't think Dracula should stick around.
I would have gone to Genoa there with Seward, threaten excellent weather to Naples as well, Naples or Rome in addition. Oh, by the looks of things, he does have that heroic leap,
Does he want to battle? Is he gonna attack Dracula?
and I see no other reason why he'd use this. Disgraced soil, lol.
Coming down from the north to just wreak havoc on Dracula, hopefully. Soil there, not a bad choice, I think, depending on what's in your hand, obviously, but with that one, there's still a chance that could come into play and heal you some, or maybe they do decide to fight you and now you get a bunch of cards, and maybe you draw your fog now that you can use to finish the game.
Presumably, he's going to use the land ambush.
No,
No, interesting.
he didn't plan an ambush. He's just going in.
Yeah, I suppose 1 or even 2 points makes no difference. I suppose 2 points could, in theory, like if we had a serious pirate Drac situation, and he were to lay down like an aristocratic or another reckless at CAG. Fangs, okay, got 1 point, whatever. What do I care?
Yeah, good
Hey.
point, Snuff. Pointing out that it was actually quite well played to Scotsword to actually check Naples
Yeah.
there. Naples is a good call.
It was the most threatening spot that was not in the east.
'Cause
And the
Dracula
east he can scan with Mina.
can finish the game from here. Yeah, you don't damage him now. It could be all she wrote.
Alright, so what's going on here? Whoa. Okay. No events. Just going in. No events. And let's see what happens.
Bangs, punch.
Punch.
Dracula.
Okay,
with
well,
health.
No.
Sister
We
Agatha.
just got a couple just yesterday Aggies to help us out, so
Right.
the Fangs, there's no danger of him healing off of this. I think that's got sort of, but he has to be careful that Van Helsing doesn't die, because after that last point, well, no, fortunately starting tomorrow, a hunter's death equals Dracula's victory.
Agatha has blessed all the hunter's blood so that it won't provide sustenance for Dracula. They're too holy.
Okay, claws.
Oh, he's got a knife.
All right. Yeah, the bad thing, of course, is how damaging this is being.
It's a bloody battle. Both sides. You gotta be
Yeah.
willing to give your life to kill the vampire. strategically, of course.
Hmm.
If he dies now, it's Dracula will have 12 points.
Do they have great strength? I mean, obviously another clause renders that useless, but... So, as the hunter, I think I would likely dodge next. And the thing is, I think that Van Helsing does have a Heavenly Host. Get rid of the Death Great Soil.
But if you play that now, it loses to strength and it loses to the other fangs. It's tough. It's tough. But
I
yeah,
think what I would do... I think what I would do is I would dodge this round. Mesmerize. Escape. Okay.
He was probably hoping it would be strength.
Okay, but now here's the thing. Since this is at night, even if he plays Heavenly Host, if he does Fangs to counter it, that won't kill Van Helsing.
But
It'll only bite him.
Get influence.
Yes. That's true. But
Only 1 point.
but only 1
To 9.
compared to 4.
I think now's when you play Heavenly Host, but you gotta be worried about it because Dracula might just strength you.
Or Claw. Let me put it this way, if you have great strength, I think I would try, because that's 1 Claw card left. And will he do that? Or will he have that yet?
Dodge.
This is also when you have to start considering that Dracula might try to escape his bats. Although, in truth, I don't think... I think that if he wants to escape, he'll just escape his mist. Because escape his bat would only put him closer to the other hunters.
It would
Or actually not...
wolf form.
Yeah, so actually you could, in theory, like...
It'd be really high risk, high reward, because Van Helsing has the knife. You could play it just thinking, I'm bothered. Might as well go down swinging, right? Maybe he's got great strength, you know?
Yeah, I think...
They both have to
It's also possible, and keep in mind that Van Helsing's the one without a horse. There's something else that we haven't seen yet that he has.
Here it goes.
Here we go. Plotting.
It's the
Knife.
knife.
Okay,
That
going down to
seals
3.
Van Helsing's fate, but it also damages Dracula. We have 4 health.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily. It's possible that Van Helsing does have a firearm, and that he'll do the wrong thing.
Well, Dracula could strength Van Helsing.
Yes, but will he see that? But what if there's a great strength?
Then he'll survive, but Dracula won't take damage, unless it's a Heavenly Host. Which would be
Which I think is what he'll do next.
crazy.
Which I think is what Van Helsing will do next. Or, of course, we are assuming that he doesn't have one. That he does have one. But since he didn't show it for the Desecrated Soil, it's possible that he doesn't. Oh, he's mesmerized now, so 2 damage.
How appropriate. 2 old rivals, two foes, Van Helsing and Dracula. 1v1 in the ultimate showdown.
Well, if Van Helsing survives, the hunters still have a couple days.
If he can get out of here alive, but now the plotting's gone off, so escape would do him no good. Unless you play it and you also have great strength, right? And Dracula strengths you, you can escape. You can survive, and
Yeah, so what I do is Even if you don't have great strength, I think it's time to do the. I think it's, well, dodge is hardly the right call because, you need to do, because there's a plotting up.
What I was getting at is, like, if you escape now and Dracula plays strength, you can use great strength and then dodge in the last one. Oh, but it's a claws, and he has a rifle!
I knew it!
He just wouldn't show it. Classic Scotsword, never reveal it till the very end.
Okay, and now, what next?
You punched
He's
him.
out of claws. He's out of claw cards, so now great strength will protect you, no matter what. If you have it.
You play the knife here to stop Escapist Bat?
Well, you can
damage him for 2 if he escapes as a bat.
Or is missed. So, frankly, I would just say dump the Heavenly Host. Try to finish him off.
He's fanging.
Oh, bangs.
It's the knife again.
He's down to 1 health. What a fight.
That could be it. That could be enough.
Yeah, because unless Mia forgets to stake this vampire, yes.
Yeah, she's still gotta kill it. But who knows? Maybe. Oh,
CG. Alright, that's it. That's game.
It's gonna be all she wrote. It was a really tricky effort from Pizzawizard, though. A really sly couple of moves.
Yeah, in truth, he only needs to just stop him from leaving because the only stay-in-place mechanism he has is Dark Call. So, now, I suppose, spoilers of the last game, Scotsword won the last game too, so the World Championship of 2024 has now gone to Scotsword. He has reclaimed his old title.
Yeah, congratulations to him. And congratulations to everybody who participated. What a great tournament it's been. And there's the stake, mopping up the last Reckless. And now all that remains is the man himself. With no trail and 1 hit point. That's gonna end the tourney.
Yep. It is a bit sad that there wasn't a tiebreaker, but...
Unfortunate, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Scotsword played on point. I mean, he squeaked out a win in the first game, and this game was actually pretty close too. 1 day more, or if that fight had gone worse for the Hunters, and the whole game could have been different. He almost ran out the clock.
But, once again, Scotsword has reclaimed his crown of World Champion. Pizzawizard, runner-up. Mr. Green got the bronze medal.
And of course, who could forget Fangs of Fire for the honorable mention.
Thank you. I myself scored 4th place, being the last of the semi-finalists.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you for the next League of Dracula. Stay tuned in the meantime. Have a great day, everybody.